Thanks for clicking on State of the City. My name's Todd Prafke. I'm the City Administrator here in St. Peter, and I appreciate you taking the time on Facebook or on our webpage or on our YouTube channel to watch this video blog. You know, I usually have two main missions. Today, maybe it's three, but today is February 2nd, 2016. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in St. Peter, and it is snowing to beejibitiees out there. Man, is it ever snowing. So I have a few tidbits that I want to make sure that I cover on that. You're not just here to watch the weather report since, well, if you're from St. Peter, you can look out the window and see that it's snowing like crazy. So anyway, let me get to those two main missions and then a few tidbits after that. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the City Council workshop, as is our custom here on State of the City. This was from just last night, a very short workshop last night, a little bit over 30 minutes, but about 30 minutes because the council had another engagement last night. They had a meeting with the fire department, and so that happened after that. So we try and get our workshop over with and then go down and have a meeting with the fire department and the Fire Relief Association and all the folks, good firefighters down there. By the way, I've heard a lot of compliments, and I do want to compliment the fire department on their fishing contest, kids fishing contest they always have as a part of Winterfest. A number of people came up to me and said what a great time that was. And so if you were lucky enough to be in there, you had a good time. If you were down there, if you didn't, well, there's going to be next year too, so plan to go down there as a part of that. So let me get, again, first to the workshop. You can see the first item there is the 2016 maintenance program. So what this is the program that the council generally approves, well, for the last 20 plus years has always approved, with maybe some modifications from time to time about doing work on streets as they need maintenance. So this is filling potholes and reconstruction and fixing curbs and gutters and fixing handicap ramps and sidewalks and all kinds of different things. I do want to mention to you, and I'm going to flip to the right page here, that as a city, we plan to spend over $450,000. Here's a copy of what the spreadsheet kind of looks like, and I know I'm going through this pretty fast, but you can see as we get down to the total on the bottom here that about $465,000 is going to be planned to be spent on street maintenance this year. That's excluding construction on big projects that are either funded through capital funds or through Minnesota state aid monies or through other sources. That's just the maintenance, and so that's seal coating and crack filling and all of that kind of stuff. So although right now I can't tell you exactly what streets are going to get seal coated, we have a listing, but in the future watch our hot sheet or watch this video blog and I'll put up some maps that show where that's going to happen. You know, since we're not through the winter season, well obviously today we're not through the winter season, we don't have a full evaluation of exactly what streets are going to happen. So this is really for budget purposes and to spread our money around, and also gives us a kind of a window of opportunity. We know we're going to do more seal coating this year than we did last year. We know we're going to do more crack filling this year than last year. The exact location, exact amounts that are going to be done aren't really determined other than for budgetary purposes, and we know that we stick to our budget. So if we have $35,000 planned for crack filling, crack sealing, we spend to that amount and do as much as we can, prioritizing worst to least worst, and do that work. So anyway, if you want more information on that, you can go on our website and check out the memo and the documentation that's included in this packet underneath the workshop packet from last night. That's on our website, so please feel free to take a look at that. And then the second item that the council took a look at was their donation acceptance policy. This is one of those policies that we look at and update from time to time to make sure that we're in compliance with the rules and the wishes of the council, and also to make sure that it has some logic today as compared to when we put it in place a number of years ago. And so there were a few minor changes made to it and nothing significant. Both of these items, by the way, will be on the council agenda for upcoming on Monday night for the council to take action and finalize all the plans or the donation policy. In the case of the donation policy. Now for a few tidbits that I have for you. First of all, snow removal. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as I said, on Tuesday the 2nd. We are doing snow removal, and we will be doing snow removal overnight. And so we really need you to get those cars off the street. We aren't calling a snow emergency as of yet, and there are places to park. There are parking lots that are set aside, but the better you get your car off the street, the better we can plow the street, the more efficiently we can do it. And frankly, for you, it means that you're not going to get plowed in. And with the amount of snow that we have going on right now, when you get plowed in, you're going to get plowed in. So it behooves you for this evening to get that car off the street. I don't know if we're going to start at midnight or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, but we're going to be out tonight, overnight plowing. And so it's really worth your time and effort to get that car off the street. Check out our website. There's lots of great information about where you can park, what municipal parking lots you can use during snow events, and what municipal parking lots are available to you. And so, God, we really want to encourage you to get off the street so that we can do a good job plowing and get everybody moving as they need to move when it gets to be early morning here in St. Peter on Wednesday the 3rd. So again, get your cars off the street and make sure that within the next 24 to 48 hours, you're shoveling your sidewalks. That's a really important issue. So many people are using those sidewalks now, and you have to shovel out to the street. So you got to shovel that ramp that goes down to the street, that handicap accessible ramp for people to push their strollers, people in wheelchairs, just for people to walk. And so make sure to get out there. I know I'll be getting out there tonight to do some of it, and probably again to do some more in the morning. Maybe better yet, I'll try and get my kids out there to do it. So if you have some kids, get them, enlist them to help too if you can. Now, the next item that I have is that not everyone, but lots of people within our community received a letter that looks like this. And so we're asking you to do some checking on your water meter. And so let me give you some basic information on this one. So if you are on the outside of your house, you see one of these. This is not the water meter. This is the thing that the water meter talks to make it click so that we don't have to come in your house to read the water meter. Here is what a typical water meter looks like, and this is the actual meter. This is the reading that counts. I'm going to flip this upside right. This is the reading that counts. So although we use this to read meters from time to time, we have to check that these two are talking together the right way. There's normally a wire that comes from this and then goes to this one that sends a little signal that tells this to click. Sometimes people remove siding or they get frozen or other problems occur, and you don't want that and we don't want that, because that means this isn't telling us exactly how much water this is using or you're using in your house, and we want them to jive up just right. So part of what we do on a fairly regular basis, every 3 or 4 years or so, is that for people who we haven't been out and serviced their meters, in most instances, we send them this letter and we ask them on the bottom to check their meters. So one of my goals today is to let you know that our overall goal is to make sure the number on this matches the number on this. And how we do that is we send you this letter and we look for serial numbers. So these have a serial number. You can see where my finger is here. Well, there we go. That's the serial number. Now sometimes because these are out in the sun or other things, the numbers get faded so they're hard to see what the serial number is. And so if you can't see your own serial number on that, that's not a big deal. We're happy to go out there and help you. Also, we ask you to make sure to verify the serial number on the meter in your basement. So on this meter, so I hope all of you can find this meter in your basement and you read the numbers here. This is the usage. This is the usage. But the serial numbers are generally located right here. And so I know that's really tough to see, and frankly when you're in basement, sometimes you need a flashlight or it's really hard to see, or you need to take a paper towel or a damp rag and kind of rub it a little bit to get the dust off it, because if it's like my basement, there's a little dust in there, so that you can read what that serial number is. Again, if you can't see that serial number, if you just can't read it, we're happy to help you do this, but for most people they can do this really easy, and so we're grateful for you to help provide us with information, because ultimately if it's not right when we settle up our bill, when you leave or you sell your house or you leave your rental unit, we're going to read this meter out, and any excess, of course, would have been water that you used and we will charge you for. So again, here's the goal. You get this letter. On the back is a number of the different kind of meters that you might see and a number of different other readers that you might see, but generally they all look pretty much the same. The serial number is here on the meters in your basement, and here's the serial number on the reader on the outside of your house. And our goal is to make sure that the usage here is the same as the usage here, and if not, when you send that back to us, we'll come out and take a look and try and make it all right. If you can't get this done, maybe you can't get to your meter, maybe you just can't see it because it's too hard or it's in a spot where you just can't see it, let us know. We're happy to come out and give you a hand. So, with those two things, extra tidbits, snow removal, meters, donation policy, street maintenance program for the summer, I think I'm just about done for today's State of the City, but I do want to mention, be careful out there tonight. Be careful. It's kind of slippery out. Visibility is going to be low, and we want to see you clicking on State of the City next time. So again, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again at the next one.